Hello, dear all. Welcome to the learning episode on the topic titled Income from Capital Gains. And this is Dr. Lynette Cristilla, Professor in Commerce, Women's Christian College, Chennai. In this video, you will learn the basic concepts and the format for calculation of the income from capital gains. First, let's understand what capital gains or capital loss means. The profit or loss that arises on transfer of any capital asset in the relevant previous year is known as capital gains or capital loss. Capital gains or loss may be long-term or short-term in nature, depending on the asset which is transferred. The long-term capital gain or loss arises on transfer of long-term capital asset, and short-term capital gain or loss arises on transfer of short-term capital asset. Long-term capital asset is an asset whose holding period exceeds 36 months or 24 months in case of immovable assets or 12 months in case of securities listed in the stock exchanges. Whereas short-term capital asset includes the assets whose holding period is less than or equal to 36 months or 24 months or 12 months depending on the category of asset. If it is a long-term capital asset, then indexation of cost of acquisition and cost of improvement plays a major role. In this slide, you can see the format for calculating the long-term capital gain and the short-term capital gain. There is only one difference between the two, which is there is indexation of cost of acquisition and cost of improvement in case of long-term capital asset, whereas there is no indexation necessary for short-term capital asset. Otherwise, the taxable long-term capital gain calculation and short-term capital gain calculation is the same. In this slide, you will understand more about how to index the cost of acquisition and cost of improvement. You need to just apply the given formula based on the situation and calculate the indexation for cost of acquisition and cost of improvement. In this slide, you can see how to calculate the cost of acquisition for the financial assets, that is shares. That is in case of original shares, bonus shares and right shares. Next comes the exemption. The exemptions under capital gains can be broadly classified into capital gains under section 10 and capital gains under section 54. We shall see the exemptions under section 10. There are two sections, section 10 subsection 36 and 37 under capital gains. The first section, section 10 subsection 36, we see capital gains that arise from transfer of long-term capital asset and the asset being equity shares which are purchased on or after 1st March 2003 but before 1st March 2004 and which is held for 12 months or more, then the capital gains arising is fully exempted. Under section 10 subsection 37, the capital gains that arise on compulsory acquisition of urban agricultural land by the government is fully exempted. This section can be claimed only by individuals or HUF, and the land should have been used for agricultural purpose for 2 years immediately preceding the date of transfer by the assessee or his parents. The next set of exemptions are classified under 54. The basic sections which any student should know under section 54 are these: 54, 54B, 54D, 54EC, 54EE and 54F. You can learn these exemptions from my forthcoming videos. This brings me to the end of my video, and I would be glad to close with a quote for your thought. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. By George Bernard Shaw. Thank you.